Hey guys, this is Not Lammers of Invoked 101. Welcome back. I'm a little bit sick right now, but it's all alright. Anyways, today we have the pure Vehicroid deck. This is different than the last Vehicroid deck, which was like the Taser Tanks one, but I figured I'd do the pure one really quick just to kind of get it out of the way. It's pretty similar to the last one I did. I think there's only minor changes to this one, but since I did the Taser Tanks one, I figured I'd do the pure version as well. So I set the extra deck off to the side, set the spells and traps, and before we talk about the monster lineup, real quick, down in the description there is a link to our Patreon. Anything you give us back there will go directly back into the deck profiles. And then there's also a link to our Instagram and our Discord. Our general chat is open to the public, and it's a pretty fun time. So if you guys want to check that out, feel free to. Anyways, without further ado, monsters. 3 Mixeroid. This is like legitimately the best Roid monster. He's my favorite. So he's a machine dupe target, and then you contribute 1 machine monster you control and special summon 1 non-wind Roid monster from your deck. So this guy's pretty dope. He also has 2200 defense, so like you can just set him and then like they run into him and it's like, ah ha ha, joke's on you, 2200 defense. But yeah, the main reason we play him is he's a machine dupe target. He's pretty good. And then triple Expressroid. Expressroid is another machine dupe target. I think he's the only other one in the deck, but it's okay. And then when he's summoned, you can target 2 Roid monsters in your graveyard, add them to your hand, but they cannot be Expressroids. So he's pretty good. He also works with Ambulance Roid, who is also a machine dupe target. And if I had Ambulance Roid, I would honestly be playing him because Ambulance Roid Rescue Roid is like a really strong combo because it lets you special summon multiple Roids from the hand, and also used to be one of the ways that they could extra link. And then lastly, for the 3 of Roids, I'm playing triple Submarine Roid. I really like Submarine Roid. What he lets you do is you can attack directly with him, and then after he battles, you can flip him to defense mode. He's pretty good. And then my nice little battle pack rare ones. Anyway, so that's it for the 3 of Roids. For the 2 of Roids, we're playing 2 Drill Roid for fusion materials. He's also like, if he attacks a defense position monster, he blows it up. And then 2 Steamroid for the beater. When he attacks, he gains 500, but when he is attacked, he loses 500, which really sucks, but he's still pretty okay. Also, he's part of the fusions. And then 2 Armoroid. I always end up bricking with this guy. If you play 3 Armoroid, you can play like 2 trade-in as well, and then use him as a trade-in target, which I don't know where my trade-ins went. So, but honestly, if I had some, I would play them. And then last Roid is 1 Truckroid for Truckroid beatdown strats. So, because Truckroid has the effect of if he kills something in battle, you can equip it to him and he gains its attack. But he only has 1000 attack, but we'll talk about that when we get to the important things. And then for the last monster is 2 silver, 2 gold. It's a machine deck. Gotta play it. Alright. Moving right along into the spells and traps. This is the important part. So here's the important card, Megaroid City. And before I talk about Megaroid City, 2 terraforming, just to get that out of the way. Alright, so Megaroid City is really dope. So what it lets you do is if you activate either of its effects, you can only fusion summon for the rest of the turn. But its 2 effects are pretty dope. So its first effect is that you can pop a card you control to search any Roid card. So that could be Vehicroid Connection Zone, a Mergeroid Call, one of the monsters. It could be anything that has the word Roid in it. It's pretty awesome. I think this can search Terratop too, but which might be pretty funny, but because it locks you into fusion summoning, it can't be used in Speedroids. If I could use this in Speedroids, I would. But and then its other effect is that when a Roid monster you control battles, during damage calc, you can send 1 Roid monster from your deck to the graveyard. That monster's original attack and defense are switched for that damage calc only. And this means that Violet Chimera can't doesn't get its effect. Like, so say you use like a mobile base who has 5000 defense and flip it, because his original attack is now classed as 5000, the Violet Chimera does not work against him. But yeah, so this is pretty awesome because it's a Foolish Burial, it's a Sword and Shield, and it's a Dragonic Diagram, all for Roids. And I think that's it's really insane, like just how good it is. Another card that is too good for Roids is Vehicroid Connection Zone. So This card has to summon a Vehicroid fusion monster, which means that there's only like 3 targets. I think it's like Stealth Union, Jumbo Drill, and Mobile Base. Mobile Base being the best and easiest one to summon. And then, but it also has a bonus effect of giving the monster that's fusion summoned with this card, it cannot be destroyed by card effects, and its effects cannot be negated. So like you can't impermanence it, you can't Widow Anchor it. It's pretty awesome when you can summon something off of this. And then on top of that, like it can't be popped with like jamming waves or anything like that. Next up, we have 2 instant fusion. This is to help turbo out the thing that goes with this. 1 polymerization because it comes up, and 1 power bond also because it comes up. Because like if you have power bond and machine dupe and a target, you can just machine dupe you can machine dupe the target, tribute, like, so say it's Mixeroid, tribute the Mixeroid for the Armoroid, power bond the other 2 into a Parapsychroid, and swing directly for like 32, I think it is. So it's pretty awesome. And then I've been mentioning this like the whole profile, triple machine dupe. If you don't play 3 machine dupe and Vehicroids, like, what are you doing? If I had Ambulance Roid, this card would just be even better. So yeah, I gotta play the 3 machine dupes in the deck. And that's it for the, and also you'll notice that this deck actually isn't sleeved in black. First time for everything. And then you just saw the next card, which is a triple supercharge. This is Pot of Greed for Vehicroids. So it says, when your opponent declares an attack while the only monsters you control are machine-type roids, draw 2 cards. And you can chain these to each other. So if you have, like, if you brick and open all 3 and, like, a Steamroid or something, I don't know, you can just, like, summon the Steamroid, set all 3, and draw 6 cards. It's pretty nuts, because when you have multiples of these, it goes from, like a neg to, like, massive pluses. It's pretty insane. And then the last card in the deck is triple Emergeroid Call. This is your negate, and it's pretty nuts. Honestly, you could play 2 Solemn Strikes in one of these, but I like playing 3 because it's funny. So this has the effect of when a spell, trap card, or monster effect is activated while you control a Roid fusion monster, negate the activation, then send all cards with the same name as that card from the activating player's deck and extra deck to the graveyard. So it doesn't destroy the one on field, but it does get rid of the other copies of it. And then it has another effect where if this card's in your graveyard, you can banish it, target a Roid, and add that card to your hand. So also another card that works with Ambulance Roid. Unfortunately, I don't think Ambulance Roid was reprinted in the same set as this. So that really sucks. But that's it for the main deck. It is a pretty simple little deck. And like I said, I'm kind of sick, so I'm rushing through this. For the fusions, we have 2 Mobile Base. Mobile Base is amazing. He requires 1 Roid fusion and 1 Roid monster, so like Parapsychroid and anyone. And then his effect is you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, special summon 1 Roid monster from your deck or extra deck with attack less than or equal to the monster. So he just spams out stuff. And then he has another effect to bounce during the end phase, bounce a Roid monster to your hand, and then move himself to that monster's zone. So hence the name Mobile Base. After that, 2 Parapsychroid. This is our instant fusion target and our like power bond target. So, and his effect is that he can attack directly, which is pretty okay. And then after that, last one is 2 Jumbo Drill. Jumbo Drill is just here to be a fusion target. Also, you can summon it with Mobile Base. That's really it. And then for Exes, Cowboy for Game, Exit Knight because this deck likes to lose a lot, and Heavy Armor Train Iron Wolf. Granted, this could also be the Gear Gang X, but I like Iron Wolf because it lets you attack directly, and this deck has a tough time outputting damage. So that's it. That's Roids right there. That's all you need to know about Vehicroids. They're a pretty simple little janky deck. I've had fun with them just like casually because I think that they're funny, and when you actually summon Mobile Base and like can get him to do stuff, it's pretty funny. And honestly, I wish I took this variant to the ARG instead of the one that I did, because that one was just, I would have rather played pure Vehicroids, and like the only thing I would change, like I said, is like I would add 3 Ambulance Roid just for the extra machine dupe target. But anyways, tell me what you guys thought about this deck in the comments below. Like I said, down there is our Patreon, our Discord, and our Instagram, and I'll see you guys in the next video.